Well, it's good to see you again. My name is Peddler, and today I'm joined by the youths from Kisii County and Nyamira County. This is Bivon Magare. This is Steve Jr. from Kitutu Chacha North. Bwana Bivon, a lot has been said lately that Kisii and Nyamira counties are not on the right track. That money has been stolen, and all sorts of all manner of allegations, accusations against the governors. In Nyamira County, what is happening?
My name is Bivon Magare. Actually, I come from Gesima Ward in Nyamira. Thank you for inviting us to the Banana Peddler show.
Yes. And, welcome.
In my honest opinion, there is a problem in management of the two county government. But I want to be specific because I come from Nyamira and my brother Steve comes from Kisii. I want to take care of problems in my home county. First, the cries you're hearing, I just saw real. The honest opinions of the voters who are directly supposed to be the beneficiaries of any money remitted from the national exchequer, any tax collected from the residents, or any other donation from anyone, especially which is meant for the county government. Governor Nyagarama and his team are just a set of incompetent people, because for the last 6 years since inception of our devolution, we've not seen value for the billions of money that we've received from the national exchequer. Actually, if you look around, other than a few private investments, we just can't state one major project that is taken care of by the county government, because receiving more than 12 billion and and still nothing happens.
Isn't your county the same county that somebody said you built a gate? What, 7.5 million? 7.5 million shillings.
Well,
it true?
According to the Auditor General and a list of other public reports,
yes,
it's true that a gate worth that amount was built. But according to those who built it, they say it's a value that was blown out of context, which is healthy because naturally they have to protect themselves. But I want to warn them because the gate thing happened more than 2-3 years ago, but you see haunting them up to 2018, which means any sin that was committed between 2013 and 2022, or which will be committed between 2013 and 2022, possibly if they end up finishing their term, which I'm not sure, because impeachment motions and a series of other things are coming up. We have dissolution and stuff, so I'm not sure if their term is going to get completed in 2022. But I can tell you that there's a lot of nonsense happening in Nyamira County as a county with 20 wards. I mean, 20 wards is a manageable set. I wonder how Governor Ngwai tries to do it in 45 wards, but in Nyamira, 20 wards are just a manageable set.
Hold on there a little. Steve.
Yes.
They say Kisii County is the worst. They say money has been stolen. Others are accusing the governor directly. What is happening in Kisii County? Is all well?
I think I can't be very certain to say that everything is okay.
Yes.
Because if the electorates are complaining, then they must be complaining from a perspective of understanding.
Yes.
One thing I know that county governments, not even Kisii County only, but most of the county governments are cash cows. That is where a person can be employed today in a span of 3 months.
He's a billionaire.
He owns a mansion. I can tell you for free.
Yes.
For example, in Kisii County, we just nominated recently the chief officers.
Yes.
I know one of the chief officers,
yes,
who is my friend. He was just a mere person there before, owning nothing even.
He was just a riffraff.
Just a normal person.
Yes.
So after he was appointed as a chief officer, in a span of 4 months, he was able to buy four Nissans.
4 Nissans. He bought 4 Nissans.
4 Nissans.
That is terrible.
Choppers. No, a chopper costs about 1.2 million.
That is terrible.
Yeah. And if you look at the salary scale of this person, it's not even 300,000. Just below that. So if somebody earning below a scale of 200,000 or 300,000,
yes,
then is able within 3 months to have 3 Nissans, to have a mansion, then there must be a question.
Yeah, it is very true, because people are saying that Governor Ngwai has stolen their money. People are crying all over. But Where are MCS in all this? Where are Kisii County MCS?
One thing
Are they doing oversight? Where is the senator? Where is the woman rep?
One thing, let me start from the members of county assembly.
Yes.
As I always say, the problem is not with the members of county assembly, but the problem starts from the electorates who elected incompetent members of county assembly. We have a series, a number of MCAs
Yes.
who once maybe can't be able even to speak in English. So how do you expect this
Are you
person?
serious?
Very serious. I can even name them, but because of security reasons, I can't be able to disclose.
Yes.
Can't you
How
just
do you
name one?
expect?
Not two.
I can't name one. Can't name one. That is something in public domain. They actually know. So how do you expect?
No, name the awards. Don't mention
Obviously,
anybody.
we names the words.
The words, because I heard that even from Kyogoro ward, for instance, I heard that some MCS cannot even, instead of reading I, when for example somebody is taking oath, instead of saying I so and so, he said one so and so.
That is an MCS.
I heard people say that this guy is called Mref or something. I don't know.
Anyway,
Is it true?
I don't want to confirm.
No,
that,
these
but
are things that I just hear. I don't know. That is why I want you to confirm to me.
No, we'll send.
I'm saying, I'm saying, Peddler, I'm saying this.
Yes.
I don't want to hit the nail on the head.
Yes.
But the point is at home. 60% of the MCS in Kisii County Assembly can't be able to speak in English.
60%.
Yeah. And these are the repercussions. If members of County Assembly are not able to speak in English, one,
So how do they communicate
They can't.
in bunge, in their bunge?
they don't.
Similarly, they don't debate.
They don't debate.
Is there a bunge in Kisii County?
There is.
We have an assembly.
That's a banana assembly. It's controlled by a few. You know, Kisii County Assembly is one of the assemblies that is remote controlled.
It is remote control.
Directions and directives comes from
above.
above. Are you seeing?
Yes.
So my question was,
That is terrible.
if you have 6% of the MCAs who can't be able to speak in English,
Yes.
then definitely one, they can't read the constitution and understand. When they don't read the constitution and understand, they can't do oversight because they don't understand what is oversight.
They don't know their role.
You can't do something that you don't understand.
What about the senator? Is it the same case with the senator? He doesn't know how to read and write?
No. The case of
Because
the
he has
senator
also failed.
I think the case of a senator is a bit hyper. It's very high. It's on a different ground. Because one, the senator is a person who has a lot of experience in
Yes,
terms of management, in terms of service, in terms of public service
Yes.
issues. Because he has been a minister for quite some time. He has been a member of parliament. He has been an ambassador. You know, those are positions, high-profile positions.
Yes.
That if somebody has held those
He has quite a lot of experience.
He has a lot of experience.
Yes.
See, so I can give my view from a point that he's sleeping on the job. Not that he doesn't understand, but maybe he's using
Either
deliberately or just ignorance. I can put it.
Yes.
Help Professor
Yeah.
wake up.
But he has to wake up, because if he doesn't wake up,
Yes.
we have now come up with young guys who are just elite. For
Yes.
example, Okemwa.
Yes.
Okemwa is not
Samuel Okemwa is
Samuel
the
Okemwa.
incoming senator.
Yeah, I like that guy because he's doing oversight on behalf of the public.
But Ongeri is earning the salary that
By the
that
way,
he should
by the way, if possible, we are supposed to write a letter so that he also gets salary.
No,
Oversight,
in fact, he should.
Because
He should.
he's doing a lot of work than the senator himself.
Who is your senator?
My senator is called the Senior Counsel of Congo or Mugen.
Senior counsel, I like that.
Yeah.
Senior Counsel is just busy and juggling in between Court A, Court B, and Court C. We've never seen his participation in Senate, especially on matters affecting Nyamira. People close to the governor insist that this guy is very close to the governor. I'm not sure
The
about
last time I saw him was during the Supreme Court petition,
and he
defending Baba.
he came in solidarity. He's an ODM lawyer.
Yes.
Because we know what is up. But then, always saying, like Nyamira, senator should be prepared to go home just after impeachment of governor goes through. He comes next, because we just can't have a senator who is.
But that senator wants to be governor. That is what I hear.
But we'll take care of that when the right time comes. Now, let me talk about the MCs.
Yes.
Because senior counsel has his own personal problems.
Yes.
We'll give him a little bit time. If he doesn't change, we deal with him. Now, in Nyamira,
MCS.
on 1st of November, I wrote to the ESCC on the following matters. First, I wanted to know from the speaker himself and the clerk of the assembly.
Yes.
The names of the members of the assembly who traveled to China on March 18th and the nature of the event they attended to. But before this, close reports indicate that the China trip was meant for staff of the assembly.
Yes.
But because the staff even didn't know the event was there, the speaker single-handedly handpicked a few individuals who were close to him and awarded them the trip to China. Of 2 staff of the assembly, only of the 2 staff, we had 13 also MCAs who attended the China trip. Which means if the event was supposed to happen for 2 weeks, because per diem of a staff member is lower compared to that of a member, an honorable member of the assembly, the event had to go for a shorter period so that we're able to cater for the expenses of the MCAs.
Yes.
Number 2,
do you get response?
we gave them 14 days, so we're waiting for the right time. We seek response. Number 2, we're asking for the names of the MCAs who traveled to Singapore on a trip which was adapted to be a women leaders conference. But reportedly, in a women leaders conference, we only had 2 women and 4 men. So I wonder why the 4 men really had to travel all the way from Nyamira to Singapore to attend a women leaders conference. I mean, just found something funny.
Does it happen?
At the same time, we had a trip that happened to Rwanda.
Yes.
Where we had a youth leaders convention, which was an African staff. Of the whole set of attendees,
I think I saw that
in Rwanda.
I managed to attend.
Only the speaker was the youthful.
There?
Yes, I attended.
Only the Nyamira speaker was the youthful guy.
Yes.
The other crooks who attended
were old guys.
all guys. And the event was fully dubbed a youth conference. Then we had another event that happened in Uganda called Speakers Panel. We had a list of MCAs who don't sit in the Speakers Panel because now they closed the speaker and staff, they attended the event in Uganda.
Yes.
So we're trying to say, recently you saw the MCAs were in Netherlands for an agricultural trip, but the MCAs who went to Netherlands are not even members of the agriculture committee. So all we're saying, one, as my brother said about Kisii County, Nyamira, we also have our own set of problems because as much as a few MCAs could know how to read and write.
And who is your woman rep, by the way?
We have a women rep called Honorable Jerusha Mumanyi. Actually, she was burying her mother-in-law today. May she rest in peace. Leo. So women rep naye shida zake pia ziko tutazishughulikia baadaye. But for now, I want to talk about MCAs because majorly these are the same people who should really carry issues that are in the villages and take them to the assembly. We have a youthful set, by the way, Nyamira. We have a youthful speaker, we have a youthful leader majority, we have a youthful deputy speaker, heads of whips, blah blah. It's a team of young men and women. Yes. But now we as young men and women are disappointed because we thought we're fighting for youth power. The same youth power we fought for is fighting us back. Yes. So we don't see really the value of having these guys in the assembly because they cannot oversight, they cannot legislate, they cannot represent the interests of the people of Nyamira. Because up to now, they could be knowing that Nyamira, the patients at Nyamira Level 5 Hospital have not eaten for the last 2 days. The MCs, including the township MC. How do you know all this? But you see, as my brother Steve said, some of us are acting senators. Who are supposed actually to be paid by the national government because we're taking roles that are supposed to be done by substantial senators. Yeah, of course, because you see, when you have interest in what happens in your immediate community, you should really know the socio, economical, and political challenges your people are facing. Now that because of public interest, we happen to have enough malls who are also not satisfied with how leadership in Nyamira is not going. So we happen to know very serious
Before I come to Steve, I want to ask you a question. Just, you've been in this field and you've been observing this for quite a while, and I know you know all these people, including the aspirants, the people who want positions, including that of governor. So if I ask you today, for example, who do you think, in your view, is a perfect fit for the Nyamira gubernatorial after the exit of Nyagarama Among all these people, they are youths.
The only person who's going to be fit to replace Mastua.
And this is not campaign or anything.
I'm saying
just an opinion.
Yes, just an opinion.
The only person who's going to be fit to replace Mastua.
Yes.
Is the only person who's willing to work with young people in making sure that operations at the county government at this stage are taken care of. Because someone cannot just hide in Nairobi.
Who is this person?
No, I'm saying I'm not giving a specific individual because most of the guys who vied and lost are jokers. Why? Immediately after they lost, they switched off their mobile phones. They went back to their homesteads to rest. Those who have interest still have not shown.
I'll come to you. I'll come to you.
All right.
Steve.
Yes.
You know Kisii politics well. If somebody asked you, who is the perfect fit to succeed Ongwae, at least the person who can put our county on the right track. If you don't mind, you can name somebody. This is not a campaign, but it is just according to your observation. Who do you think?
Thank you, Banana Peddler.
For Senator, you said Samuel Okemo.
He's very fit. Very fit.
Okay.
Very fit. But when it comes to gubernatorial, I think I won't be able to answer the question directly.
Yes.
But I can give a limelight on whom is fit to be a governor.
Yes.
And I said I just said this in the other show that one, for a person to be good enough to be a governor.
Yes.
First of all, he must have what we call the public will, not the individual will. And these people are very rare to get them. So if you get somebody who has got a public will, then that person
the interest of people at heart. The interest
of the people at heart.
Yes.
The problem with these members who are mostly seeking to be governors have got personal interests. That is why my friend Bivona said that most of them are jokers. Because you vie today, you fail, you just go to Nairobi.
What do you think of Simba Arati? Because he's the only person so far who has taken Ongwae to task to explain some of the things that he has done in that county.
I think Simba Arati is a young, brilliant guy whom I actually admire very much.
Yes. And
he's one of the few guys I've seen who are very bold.
Yes.
Who can hit the nail on the head.
He's fearless.
Yeah, such guys are very few. Very few. You know, a person who tells even the president that even if you see, very direct.
So do you agree that the spokesperson is worthy to take care of Kisii, or do we just buy him to Nyamira? Because
in my opinion, as an individual,
for me one thing, Simba Arati has not declared that he wants to run for gubernatorial in Kisii.
But there are perceptions that there are notions.
By now, he is the spokesperson of Gusii, where we have two counties. He is also a member of parliament in the Great North, which is in Nairobi County.
Yes.
So until he declares, then he is a bit fit.
So if he declares, he has your support?
Most probably.
All right. And we were also talking about we were talking a little bit about Ongwae and the people who are employed in the county, because this is a matter of great concern, especially now that it is in public domain that some guys have been employed, somebody has been employed with his wife, a father has been employed with his son, that the, I don't know, children, Ongwae's children are earning salary, and I don't know, there is a guy called Lumumba. Who is he?
County secretary.
He's the county secretary.
Hotelier.
That he's an hotelier.
Yeah. San Invest.
Oh, Ufanisi. He's the proprietor of Ufanisi.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Now you know.
No wonder here that so many meetings are taken to Ufanisi Hotel. The ones that so the county pays Ufanisi.
Of course. The county secretary pays Ufanisi Hotel.
He pays himself.
Who will say? So he pays himself.
Of course.
Most proud.
Now you know.
I mean, this is this is madness.
I think on an issue of employment, whether a son is employed with his father.
Is it true that these things happen?
That's the true picture of Kisii County. The true face of Kisii County. Those things.
So Ongwae has a son who wants salary, but he doesn't work for the county.
No, I'm not certain about that.
Yes.
But I'm certain that there is a son who works with his father, and there is a man who works with his
wife.
That one I'm very certain. On the other notes, I can't be very sure.
There is another one who was sacked yesterday.
But what I believe is, if you hear a cry from the public,
yes,
then they have an outstanding...
Lisemwalo lipo.
Yeah, Lisemwalo lipo.
That is what they say.
They must have substantive evidence. Yeah.
I hope you're not complaining about the number of people from Nyamira employed in Kisii County.
We are not complaining.
Yes.
Because that is 30%, and you see, as a region, hiyo nayo itabidi tumelewana.
Yeah, of course, you know, I would not complain if 30% of people from Nyamira are employed in Kisii County and vice versa.
As well, vice versa.
But you see, I remember my brother Steve in the other show was telling me that among the reasons why a set of 30% is put aside by the constitution,
yes,
is because of a marginalization and other aspects.
Yes.
Nyamira as a county, even our governor himself seems marginalized. The whole government seems marginalized. The people from Nyamira, they look more marginalized.
So there's no problem. Service delivered.
So there's no problem.
Youth empowerment.
When our neighboring county tries to really
accommodate.
I mean, let's be fair. Let's be fair now. On that,
because there are those who say that the people around Nyagarama, including her daughter, I don't know her, I've never met her, but I hear that those are the people that run the county. That the old man is only a governor.
But then,
in fact,
what does it take?
Do you have a ceremonial governor in Nyamira County?
But the governor was elected.
Yeah.
He was elected. He may not be a favorite to most of us.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, he has a certificate from IBC that is a governor in place. As much as we have a case in the Supreme Court, and other petitions elsewhere in other lower courts, against the government or specific individuals.
What do you think of Ben Momanyi?
Ben Momanyi is another joker, because you see, Ben Momanyi himself as a commissioner, let's
because
he's very close. Ben Momanyi is very close to the governor. He's another joker, because you see all the time, Ben Momanyi is a populist, and in Nyamira we have no time for jokers.
Yes.
We've learned it hard for the last 6 years. It's now time that we've agreed we want to have the right man for the job.
Timothy Bosire.
Bosire, the ODM National Treasurer, is a good man. We know he has a very hard stance, but let him declare his interest. We will support him when due.
But so, they said he didn't even perform when he was...
although I didn't support
his successor also
personally
has performed minimally.
Personally, I didn't support Timothy Bosire, and he knows this because of some special political interests, which is healthy. But him as an individual, I know if given a chance he can perform, but comparing and equating Ben Momanyi for the Kenyans to Timothy Bosire is a joke of the year, my friend. Those are two different.
Then there is another one called Swanya.
That will become an MP elsewhere in Zuma Saba. He's not interested in government, I don't know. But Nyamira, we have our own problems, bro. But then...
Oh, he's his boss? Yes. I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
He's a friend, just like
I didn't know that. No. That's good.
I think I'm sympathizing a lot in Nyamira County. It's my neighboring county. Because if you see that, as my brother said, that 6% of the maybe elected leaders there, nominated CECs and CEOs are youthful and they cannot perform, then this country has been bewitched.
I'm not actually talking of the MCS. When you come to the executive, now,
old guards.
The youngest, the youngest CEC will be now approaching 50. That's the youngest CEC.
Yeah.
50s.
The county CEC for youth, culture, gender and sports. He's an old man who was formerly a CRE teacher.
Maybe that is a trick to get people who are obsolete, the people who are tired, so that they won't have that energy to challenge
which
the
is
government.
Okay, but now we've agreed as a people that now that the MCAs are not with us, the senator is busy taking care of his law firm. The members of parliament, the 5 of them, the county MP plus the 4 male members of parliament, are also busy with their personal interests and stuff. Others are taking care of interests of the deputy president instead of interests of the people who elected them.
Yes.
We have agreed that now we the people are going to be our own senators, our own MCAs, at the same time our own government. That is why we agreed on the dissolution way. We so ready, not because we feel good that as a county we should dissolve and or join Kisii County or have nationals from the official national government taking care of interests of Nyamira for a period until we elect another governor. But because we believe that if after, we had for a period of more than 4 months unpaid county staff until we raised our voice. Some of the staff up to now, I have evidence and I can show you
they have not been
screenshots. Some were partially paid and promised that when the noise cools down,
yes,
they're going to be paid. Up to this date, I can tell you, we've a number of workers from the county government whose houses were locked because they didn't raise rent. Yes. Their children were sent out of school. Now we have these medics whose morale was really killed.
Yes.
How are we going to improve the morale so that we can have proper service delivery? Because healthcare is just a basic requirement in any setup or in any community. We've a mixed up set of priorities because Manga Stadium, for example, has consumed more than 500 million in paper.
Yes.
But in reality, we don't have an existing stadium. Instead, we could even walk or take a matatu to Kisii County and try to look at what is happening at Kisii Stadium. So, I mean, we have a problem.
If somebody gave you that 500 million, would you do things differently than they are done now?
The first thing, you get the first things right. First thing is get the right people around you. People who have interest in what the community needs. 2, personally, get time and interact with those who are going to benefit. Because you see, the governor cannot hide in the office and purport to know what happens in my home village unless he himself takes time, holds public participation rallies, so that the people themselves can air their views, so that you can know where their 500 million will be spent. So you can't imagine, you cannot sit in an hotel in Kisumu and draft that
you run the county from
Ward A, I'm going to build. Who told you they need a school?
Hold on there. Steve,
yes.
Kisii County. You received, I hear that 200 million shillings was spent to refurbish Kisii County. Somebody said that, I don't know whether
refurbish what?
Yeah?
What was it used to refurbish?
Yeah, I hear that there was the perimeter wall.
Offices.
And some offices and some... What, do you know exactly what happened there?
On an issue of the Kisii Stadium, on the first phase it was given about 45 million. It was later added...
For the perimeter wall now?
No. For renovation. At first, it was renovated. Then on the second phase of the year, it was added another 45 million.
Yes.
So equivalent to about 100 million. So this manor was meant to put the perimeter fence that you actually see. It's there. So after then it was added another 100 million. And this 100 million was added because of the urgency that was needed to have
for
Kikoska games.
Yes.
And I think, for me, I can't blame the looting spree maybe that has been done over the project.
Are you comfortable with the end result?
I'm comfortable with the end result. You know, personally, the Englishman says better have a love than never. At least we can say we have a stadium. Yeah. Compared to Nyamira. Nyamira doesn't have even.
Alright, so what message do you have maybe for Kisii youth in general?
One thing I have to tell the Kisii youth is that they must stand up.
They like betting a lot.
They should stop. And they are copying this betting from our senator. Because our senator normally bets around here at Casino Hall.
Senator Ongeri?
Yeah, Senator Ongeri. I think they should.
He's a gambler.
That. Yeah, he's a serious gambler. So what I can tell my fellow youths in Kisii is that we must stand up out to be counted. In solidarity, we just hold the governor accountable.
Yes.
Because we are the leaders.
Yes.
As my brother said, we are not leaders of tomorrow, but leaders of today.
Of today, yes. Your message to Kisii youth?
In conclusion, before I address the Kisii youth, the Nyamira County Assembly, the administration block, what the 379 million is not going to be built. Forget. Number 2, Kisii youth as a whole, it's time that we thank God we have an accommodative spokesperson who is willing to take care of our interests. So let's get ourselves up and rising. We hit the road. We're ready. Tutatembea pamoja, and at the end of the day, we're going to succeed. So I'm so optimistic. The future is so bright for all of us.
Oh yeah. You've heard from them. Maoni ni yao umesikia. Mine was just to listen, and and it seems like we have a lot of problem in both of our counties, in Kisii and Nyamira counties. We have a great problem that needs urgent solutions. Otherwise, we hope that all will be well. and that after these leaders get out of office, we hope that we will get accountable leaders. Hopefully, God willing. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, as you've heard, we have a lot of problems in Kisii County that only Jesus can solve. Anyway, until next time, my name is Banana Peddler.